So, I kind of feel the need to talk about ghosting at 41 years old and trying to date again. I just don't do it. I feel it's very disrespectful. I give someone an explanation. Probably a nicer one than I would preferably give, but I tell them the reasoning behind why I am not willing to talk anymore. So anyway, I start talking to this guy and we are so aligned, it's honestly scary. I've never met anyone who wants to be in a long distance relationship, for one thing. So everything's fine. We both are surprised by how in tune we are, how similar our views are on things, what we want in life, where we are in life. We're very on the same page.
Fam, the first thing I have to point out is how this queen keeps trying to hammer home her claim that she does not ghost anyone. I'm not really calling cap here, but there is just no way I'm going to ignore the trend women do when they state over and over again how they don't do a certain thing, and it usually means they actively do that thing or used to do it often in the past. And when going on about how she has not ghosted men, it's kind of like hearing someone's claim about how real that Loch Ness monster is. Yeah, we hear all about it, but have seen zero evidence to prove it. Ladies, another thing I want to point out to help all of you using those dating apps, if a guy is willing to entertain a long distance relationship with you, there is a certain unspoken understanding that man has in his head, which he will not tell you because women can't handle brutal honesty. And that is, if he is giving you the attention and conversation you want, he expects you to reciprocate by giving him what he wants when he travels the distance to be with you. If you don't do it, he's going to cut you off quicker than a hangnail.
So we're supposed to meet up and it doesn't work out. Fine. I'm fine with this. I know, work commitments, we're adults, shit happens. So we decide, okay, I don't think we should give this up. Let's keep talking because things are going so great right now. And, it was that refreshing feeling you get, or that breath of fresh air that you're not expecting. That was what he gave me. Then he ghosted me. No explanation. No, nothing. Grow the f*** up, guys. What is this?
We decided not to give this up and then he dipped out on her? That sounds suspiciously like she decided not to give this up and he decided, oh, you want me to still give you all this attention and time, but you are not giving me what I want? Yeah, call a psychic because you're about to get ghosted. And let's not pretend this woman didn't treat the guy like an air freshener. He gave her a breath of fresh air and she gave him nothing back. Just put him in a corner. Ladies, I'm not saying you are obligated to give anything up. Just know men are like balloons. They don't need to give you a reason why they floated away. Moving on.
Why dating in your 40s is ghetto. Just trash. Trash. So, I matched with a guy on Match. We had a, hey, how you doing? Let's exchange phone number type conversation. So, I gave him my number. This was 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So, I'm expecting if I give you my number at 10 o'clock in the morning that you're going to call me at 10 o'clock in the morning or very soon after that. So, no call. So, last night about 10 o'clock, my phone rings and it's a number I don't recognize. And I answered it because I was pretty sure it was not a bill collector or somebody I just in case it was somebody I might actually need to talk to. So, I answered the phone.
Ladies, once again, I'm here to do my public service. This queen is showing the results of both bad expectation management and bad choices. Let's tackle them both separately. Ladies, if you go back into the dating market in your 40s expecting to have the same top quality picks of your 20s, that is a common mistake women make. Ladies, it may shock you to find out you are not going to have the pick of the litter, and there will definitely be several bad apples popping up on those dating apps relevant to your age. That's why it's on you to choose wisely. Now, let me smoothly transition into bad choices. I'm a confident guy in his 40s who calls that late at night suspected this queen makes bad choices. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying what he was possibly thinking. I mean, the clues are there, especially when she answered the phone that late at night. If she didn't want to call that late, she shouldn't answer anything. Let it fall into voicemail or text the number back asking, who is this? I think he suspected she was a bit impulsive and called that late at night as a let's find out kind of test. Either that or the guy's a vampire.
Hello? Hey, what's up? Not much. Who's this? Oh, this is so-and-so. Oh, hey. So, what are you doing? Sir, it is 10 o'clock at night. I am in the bed. Oh, I was thinking I might come through. Come through? Oh, we don't come through at this address. No, that's not what we do. I was like, no. I don't do come through. Like, no, sir. Yeah, no. And so he was like, well, let me hit you back in just a minute. Okay, sure. Immediately blocked. We are grown. We are not doing come-throughs at 10 o'clock at night. I am a grown woman who has a grown woman job. I have to get up and go to work. So, yeah. Dating is trash. It's the ghetto. The ghetto. I immediately deleted my profile. I'm done. Can't do it anymore.
This queen was obviously interacting with a man of absolute class. Ladies, do you want to know why this reflects more on her than him?
How come? Tell me why! Say it! Say it!
It's because he was the guy she chose, and reality doesn't give two thoughts of caring for the usual excuses. You still picked him up to this point. Some of you ladies don't understand that guys like these throw out these extremely questionable tactics at women they guesstimate will have the highest chances of working on. And ladies, they may have a point because you keep picking them. Okay, look at it this way, ladies. If men can admit they got a case of the jock itchy and scratchy because they chose to date a 30-year-old woman who has pics of her missing half her teeth, tattoo saying, any entrance please, her skin is a cross patch of scratches, and her profile says, bring Skol or vodka on first date to get lucky, well then, can you ladies admit the reason these men try any of these tactics with you is because you basically give the impression it's going to work based on your choices?
No.
Moving on.
Well, this is a drastic improvement over what I looked like before I put the filter on. So there's that. I'm going to tell you a story about dating today. Dating at 40, which is a nightmare. Worse than dating at any other age, I swear, is dating at 40. Last weekend, I went out on a couple of dates, which is unusual for me. Usually I don't stack dates like that. I went on a date on Friday night with a guy who was really sweet, but there's no potential there. He is still married, separated, but that's not something I want to get myself into. Because who knows? Maybe she comes back and he's like, I love you and I want to make us work out. So no, he was really nice. We had a nice time. That was it. Haven't heard from him since. I think he got the picture. Saturday, I went out with another guy who I had spoken to, and we had planned on having coffee and then going for a walk and then getting lunch somewhere. That's a lot for me. Usually on a first date, I like to just have something super low-key and casual so I can get out if I'm not enjoying myself.
Fam, I want to take this opportunity to point out the drastic difference in modern day dating between men and women. And ladies, before you come out at me with knives out like Britney Spears, listen to my entire message. Okay, nothing against the queen in this video. Just note, she said she had multiple dates in a small span of time. Now, some reality. In all honesty, based on communication alone, do you really think a man of her size and physical features is getting the same amount of dates? The reason I point this out is for you ladies to get a reality check on complaining about dates. At least you had one. Also, for the sake of my male viewers itching for me to point it out, yes, she literally said, going for a walk and then getting lunch somewhere. That's a lot for me. Wow, some memes just write themselves.
Yeah, boy.
So we got coffee, took a long walk, and we went to lunch. I thought it was going really well. I thought we were hitting it off. He was making a lot of eye contact with me, seemed really interested. We were talking about things like common goals and ideals and morals, and we all seemed to be on the same page. It was working out pretty well, even though I lost my contact at lunch and had to see him basically through one eye the whole time. The next day, he called me and asked me to go out this coming Friday. So between Sunday and now, we texted maybe like once a day. He was always the one who initiated it. okay? Even just to say something dumb like, how's your coffee today, or whatever, like something stupid like that. And then a few days ago, because a lot of you who know me know that I'm into perfume, so I was organizing my perfume and I was like, oh, hey, by the way, what do you like to smell on a woman, right? Not even thinking anything about it because that's not serious to me. And then yesterday I cooked dinner and sent him a picture of it, and I said, maybe I'll cook it for you sometime, after he told me it looked good.
Queen, if you had to mention the perfume bit, obviously you cut that message short with lack of details, and you realize it later as open to interpretation. Now that's no crime, but it's like if a guy texts you a message saying, hey, do you want to see a special pic only a few women get to see? The default assumption would be a D-pic, when in reality, he could be talking about some silly pic of himself. Details matter depending on the circumstance. Also, for the sake of my male viewers itching for me to point it out, yes, she literally said she sent the guy a pic of food as one of the highlights of her story.
You know what? Wow.
He then calls me and says, this is moving way too fast. You can understand I was seriously gobsmacked. Way too fast. We've been on one date. We've exchanged a handful of texts. Every communication was pretty much initiated by him. And he's the one who kissed me after our first date, by the way. So here I am thinking to myself, like, are there any men out there who are not flakes? Honestly. Thinking that going on one date where you initiated the kiss and told me, I really hope we can continue this, and then you continue communicating with me, and then I say something about maybe making dinner for you sometime and asking you what perfume you'd like me to wear on our date, and you tell me it's moving too fast. Come on, dude, grow up. You're not ready for a relationship.
Actually, Queen, the obvious just flew over your head or took a roundabout detour. And I'm here for you, ladies. And let me throw my cape and fly in for the translation rescue. This Queen did not understand she was more than likely last on his dating roster. He probably went out with her because it was a slow Tuesday and he had an itch to scratch. Hence why he initiated the kiss. More than likely, it didn't go further than that. Usually because she pumped his brakes and he stayed in contact for a while longer until a better option than her gave him the green light. After his fluids were drained, he basically discarded this Queen. Boom. Translation complete. Ladies, please don't take that as me saying you have to give it up to a guy for him to stick around. You just have to read the guy and know what his intentions are and what his requirements are. As for this Queen, she can look at the bright side of not having to go on another long walk. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.